Hello ladies and gentlemen, Raider here, and today we have for you Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager Class Starscream. Now before we look at the figure, let's take a look at the box. Good art as always, like it. Number 6, Voyager. I like the art back here, I like how he's holding this, kind of like typical cocky Starscream. Let's see, we got a little bio. Starscream and the Seekers are tasked with reactivating an ancient energon bridge. More art. Got it from GameStop. So yeah, let's get that out of the way, and let's take a look at Starscream here. So, let's take a look at that head sculpt. Head sculpt looks great to me. I love the color and the detail on it. Got a little bit of a different color in there. Yellow plastic. Got some silver right in here. He has hollow thighs, which no big surprise. Same with the feet, which I feel like the feet were a missed opportunity, but seeing how filler kits are nowadays, they'll definitely have a filler kit out for that, which I can't wait to see or go research and see what we got going on there. These two pieces here, when you first initially open the box, they are not connected. They're in paper with the weapons, so once you get them out, you just pop them on. So I'm glad they did that, because that's something that someone could have easily popped off before you buy it and you wouldn't even known. Let's see, we got some more silver color here. Great Decepticon symbols, some blue. Yeah, not bad. Let's move the camera down a little bit. To me, I feel like he's boxier than his original deluxe version that was made. I went over and looked at MGo's video on this guy he did last month, and sure enough, good old MGo, he's doing the side-by-side comparison with the original figure and the new figure, and I have to kind of agree with MGo, but I like the original figure better because, one, this big belly here, I mean, this is kind of, I feel like we could have had some plating or something around it to make it look less large. I don't know, I feel like it kind of takes away from the rest of this image here. I mean, it's a good figure, don't get me wrong, but aesthetic-wise for me, I guess, like this needs to be like covered up or something, or not as large. And I feel like the feet are a little bit kind of clunky, boxy as well. But I mean, I don't know, it's just this right here kind of kills it for me. I mean, the backpack's done great. The backpack is beautifully compacted down. This looks beautiful. This looks like it should on a robot mode. I mean, that's great right there. Just this. That's the only critique I've had so far with his figures, is this right here. Now, we'll take a look at the accessories. Now, he comes with a melee weapon. They have it nice colored purple. And once again, I wish this was like a translucent purple, because it's supposed to represent an energy weapon, an energy melee weapon. And comes in two separate pieces. Don't know why. The only thing I can figure it out is because this is a different molded plastic from this, so they probably just figured it easier to put the two together. There's no other reason behind it. I mean, it has good detail. I mean, it has that same kind of detail that was in Prime's axe, those swirls and stuff. But yeah, I guess I feel if we got that translucent purple, it'd be great. And this thing actually has a little heft. You hear that? Alright, now for the gun. The gun is the sniper rifle from the game, which is what I think I mainly used for Starscream and his missions, was the sniper rifle. I mean, great detail. Come on. There we go. Great little detail. I wish this peg right here where my thumb is was a little bit longer, because that's a really short peg. wish it was just a little bit longer, because this is what pegs it into the robot storage and vehicle storage. And it's open on the bottom, just like Prime's was. Wish we could fill that in, which filler kit once again. And I'm actually noticing we got a little metal screw there, which I'm guessing is holding on this top part. So that means it's not one whole solid piece. Interesting. Didn't notice that until just now. But yeah, good detail on this. Not disappointed. And so speaking of weapons, he can hold it. His energy scythe mace. His energy mace. I mean, this thing is hefty. And here, watch this. I was doing this earlier because to see how heavy it is. Look at that. Sucker is like hefty. So not bad on that. And like I said, he actually does have storage in his robot mode, which is cool. Because I don't understand it, but like Prime did not have any storage for his weapons in his robot mode. It just goes on the back like that. I thought that was pretty nice. I like it. Now, we all know that the arm comes off for their projectile weapon. Now, just like Barricade and a couple of the other Transformers, this doesn't store anywhere. Prime, for some reason, his hand's stored on his back. I don't understand the logic on that. So we got the peg here, or peg slot here, and peg there. Let's get that in there. Come on. There we go. Now, like I said, I have no problem with the weapon. I have an issue with this. It's like someone took his hand off and he just reattached a gun on it just to balance things out. I feel like we could have had like a little paneling or something down here around the elbow. Just that way it doesn't look so scrawny. But hey, you can't ask for too much, especially for Hasbro and a Studio Series figure. So this peg here, right there for storage. I mean, it's long enough so it stores snugly, but I wish it was just a little bit longer. And there we go. They're on his back, just like that. Honestly, you really can't see him too much from the front, which is nice. Get this hand back on here. Whoop. As I knocked the poor guy over. Okay, there. Come on, stand up straight. There you go. There. Be a proud Decepticon. A proud, cowardly, deceiving Decepticon that you are. But yeah, I mean, those are probably the only two now critiques I have, is this, and then guess how the gun looked here just now. Only critiques I have about the robot mode. Nothing too damaging, but I mean, if you go look at MGo's video and look at the comparison of side by side with the original Deluxe and this one, little room for improvement, I think. Alright, while we got him out, let's go ahead and do a comparison. Here he is with Deluxe Barricade. And there goes Barricade with his duck feet again. Told you, knock that off. Yeah, see, now he's throwing the fall back. I talked about this in his videos. Just those bloody duck feet, and guess how they need to be locked in or something. Alright, let's get a fellow Voyager over here, Optimus Prime. So yeah, not bad. I mean, the scale's good. Scale's good, like the weapon storage here on the back. Nicely done. Just the belly, and then this arm here. That's it. That's the only issues I have with this robot mode. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and get down to transformation. So I agree with MGo, because these right here, let's start here first. Undo the back, bring down on the hinge. So this transformation step is actually done later in the instructions. but actually I think it's best to do it now. And Emgo is the one who pointed that out, which I agree with. So we're just going to open that up and rotate. And it's actually going to make a lot more of your transformation in the back area a lot easier. Here, we'll do it from this angle now. So open this up. Come on, we practice. There we go. And rotate. Because if you don't, these right here, right there where my finger is, those get in the way of the backpack while you're trying to do other things. Because now we're going to open up the backpack right on top here. And we're going to flip this out. See? And we're going to close it back up. Now, those flaps would have gotten in the way the entire time. So, really glad he suggested doing that step first. We're going to rotate these down so they meet in the center. Just like that. Okay, and that's it for the back at the moment. Now we're going to come around to the front. We're going to straighten these out. Okay. So the chest, okay, good. It's on a hinge. So we're going to lift that up. We're only going to go about halfway. About right there. So right here, we got the nose cone. There's two ways to get at it. One, you can reach underneath and flip it forward, but I like doing it like this. Just open up the cockpit, and then push it out with your finger. Just like that. I said just like that. There we go, thank you. Okay. Now for the head here, it's actually on, so we got a pivot point here, and then the head itself is on a hinge here, which we're going to straighten that up. Rotate the head. Like that. We're going to bring the whole assembly down. Just like that. Close that up. Now we're going to rotate this whole section. These right here are going to peg in right there. And they're going to do that on their own as we rotate up. Just like that. Now we're going to go to the arms. So, as you can see, we got a couple of hinge systems here. We're just going to bring them down. Rotate that shoulder in, just like that. Repeat on the other side. Just like that. Then we're going to take the arms, and we're going to do that right there. So we got a pin here, and we got a pin in there. Okay, so we want the arms like that. Let's go ahead and repeat. Okay. Now, Emgo pointed this out. I didn't even notice it. There's a little peg right there, right above my nail, that'll peg in into that slot on both sides. So, let's see. There we go. Right there to right there. So, we're going to go ahead and... Actually, I kind of goofed. We want to do it like this. Rotate up at the shoulder first. I was doing good. This is almost my first transformation where I hadn't made a mistake or forgotten a step. There we go. That's what we want. Just like that. So rotate up, bring them down like this. I got ahead of myself again. And then we're going to slide. So we're going to rotate here. Just like that. Emgo suggests looking up here at the top to try and line up with that peg. But for me, I kind of just have to do it by feel. Do the other arm. And it could be a defect in my figure, but I mean, it looks like it should be fine. There's a peg on one arm that feeds into the other right here. There, that part's done. So now we're going to come down to the legs. We're going to push these toes in on each foot. We're going to lift up this flap. Now underneath the knee here, this little flap, we're going to bend that down. See that? We want that accessible, so we're going to do this. See? And now we want to make sure that this little tab will go right into that slot. Just like that. And then this flap here, see, have a hole. That's going to tab right there. Okay. Now we're going to repeat. Do the knee. Get that peg accessible. Slide up the assembly. Yeah, there we go. Line that all back up. And there we go. Get that pegged in. And that's it for the legs. So now all we have to do is just bring the backpack assembly down, because we have a peg slot here and a peg slot here, and here are the pegs. And they're just going to slide on just like that. And there we go. That is our vehicle mode. It looks weird to me because a lot of it looks like it's curving upwards, but I even noticed that with Emgo's transformation on his. And I kind of wish we didn't have this gap here. I'm hoping there would be a filler kit for it, because we can see the hands. So I kind of like that covered up a little bit. Try and get some better angles here for you guys. And we got some good painted detail. Oops. Forgot about these little flaps. See these? Just rotate down. Just like that. There we go. And we got some painted detail. He's opened up on the bottom, which is typical. It's rare to find a flyer that isn't going to be opened up on the bottom like this, or trust me, you'll see it a lot. Now, I found it interesting that these wings are much smaller than what they were in the deluxe version, which I'll put a link for Emgo's video down below like I did with Prime. But the wings are massively different size, so I'm kind of curious about the judgment on that. But, I mean, the vehicle mode I don't have really much issue, because that gap right there, that's it. Everything else to me is okay. I mean, this is to be expected, because you're going to be displaying it like that. Unless you're going to tie it from a string and from your ceiling, which I've seen people do that, and it's actually a pretty cool idea sometimes. But yeah, let's take a look at the weapon storage. So once again, they're going to store back here in these two slots. Come on. Mine's a little tight, surprisingly, which is good. So there's that. And there's that. Yeah, this thing's got weight to it. Yeah, I was just looking now, too. I mean, you could actually move this down a little further and place the weapon there. I actually kind of like that a little bit better. Yeah, the gun there works better for me, I think. Alright, let me get Barricade and Prime transformed for comparison, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. We got Starscream with Deluxe Barricade. And then we have Voyager with Optimus Prime. So, overall, it's a good figure. The transformations is solid. It's not really a hard transformation once you get the hang of it. And like I said, I only got this little critique right here for the vehicle mode. And I actually mentioned it earlier when we were looking at robot mode, is the feet here, because I feel like this is a missed opportunity, because these are supposed to be his thrusters. So if they could have filled that in with some detail, a panel, something, that would have been nice. But, hey, like I said, it's not a bad figure overall. It was upgraded originally from the original, which was a deluxe, up to a Voyager. But, yeah, I forgot to mention this too with the weapon. The weapon is blast effect compatible, right there on the end. But also, I need to cut in a little segment here because I forgot to do a articulation clip for you guys. So we're going to pause it, transform him back. Actually, you know what? Let's just transform him back right now. So we're going to undo the feet from that backpack. Mine tabs in really tight. I like it. Get these flaps up. Flap up. Okay. Go back to the legs here. Untab that. Bring this down. Now I'm going to bend it here so I can fit this knee flap back over that peg. And there we go. See? Close that flap up, bring up the toe. Alright, and repeat. Untab, bring out, bend that knee a little bit, straighten out, and get that tab behind the flap. Just like that. Bring that down, bring the toe out. Okay. Make sure our backpack's up out of the way here. There we go. Now the arms. I'm going to go ahead and bring them down. Rotate. Straighten the back out here. I'll show you from this angle. Rotate. Straighten it back out, but try not to pop that hand off. Which I know is hard to do, because mine's kind of loose. Alright, bring these back up. There we go. Alright, untab here. Gotta slip your nail under there. There we go. Untab over here. Bring it down. Back to there. Open up the cockpit. Rotate the head back out. It's a little cumbersome, but actually I'm not afraid to grab the head and pull on it. It's actually in there pretty good. Right there you can see it's a ball joint. Keep bringing that up. Straighten that out. And bring the nose. Hey, focus. Thank you. Bring the nose back down underneath and close the cockpit back up. Keep bringing that chest forward. There we go. That's where it gets a little difficult. So you kind of have to grab and help it rotate just like that. Get that head taken care of. Bring it forward. Push that down. Rotate. Now it just takes a little bit to get everything back in alignment here, because you're trying to make sure that this is fitting over all this that's in all the stuff that's inside. There we go. There you go. And kind of tabs into place. Okay, back to our backpack. We'll lift it back up. Rotate these back up. Lift up. Because we're going to take this, put it in there, close it back up, and then we're going to take these guys, rotate, and we're going to close here to here. And see, there's a little peg slot there. I got a little peg. Peg, tab. I still don't have the terminology down well. I got to get better about that. Alright, repeat. There we go. Just lift the backpack back up. And off center these. And there we go. We are back in robot mode. So as you saw, the head can move a little bit. It is on a ball joint. We got good look-up rotation. You can do a full 360, which we already know from the transformation. Arms. Can't go all the way around because of the wings. But they can bend from elbow to elbow. Nice and solid. Elbow to elbow. Elbow, forearm to upper arm, there. Alright, we got a little bend back motion, which I don't know who on earth would want to do that. Waist, not too much, because the belly here is getting in the way. Hands can swivel. Do a full forward kick. Back. The knee. Good knee movement on this one. Very impressed. Now, the only thing really in the feet is the toe. But there's actually one little extra thing that they added I found interesting. That right there. Just one little ankle hinge. Now, I'm guessing it's so he can do like a pose like this or something. Yeah. Look at me. Ah. But yeah, that's pretty much all the movement he has. He's got some upper thigh swivel. Guess for the backwards, nothing really for the forward movement. Oh, there we go. Well, not there we go. I didn't. That's that pin right there that we keep talking about for the transformation. That was it popping back in place over that underneath that plate. There we go. But yeah, all in all, that is the Gamer Edition Starscream. Now, like I said, I don't have too many hangups about this one. I guess with the belly here in robot mode, when the gun attaches here to the arm, vehicle mode, the empty gap that's in this area when he's transformed, and his feet. Other than that, it's not a bad figure. It's a good figure. It's a good figure. It's good for anyone's collection, especially if you want to have them standing side by side with the before and after, you know, the original toy. It's not bad. I honestly hope that they keep going with these Gamer Edition figures because I want to see some of the Autobot flyers. You know, like Jetfire, and I know there was a couple more. I can't remember the names off the top of my head. But I'd like to see some Cybertronian Autobot flyers. That'd be great. I haven't heard anything. I mean, I'll go do some research maybe after I'm done here. But also, I made a deal with Prime in my Prime video. If Prime could get to 50 likes, I would buy the filler kit that you guys would suggest. And I put that in the description because I didn't realize there's so many different add-on and filler kits. We're going to do the same thing with Starscream here. If this video can get 50 likes, I will get the filler kits for Starscream. And we'll see how they look, and I'll make a video for you guys. But otherwise, I'm not going to buy them unless you guys show interest in it and want to see it. Because normally these guys will just go back into my storage or they'll become a display piece, and that's about it. But if you guys want me to go that extra mile and show you what it looks like with those extra kits and those filler kits and everything, the add-ons, the kits and all that, get me those likes, get me those views, get me those subscribers, guys. And I'll do it for you. I will get those add-on kits and I will make a video and we can all look at it together. But anyway, that's it for right now. Thank you all for watching. Please check my other channel, Manigold Gaming. And that is also my Twitch name as well as Manigold Gaming. Please go check those out, and I'll see you guys later. Raider out.